but that entire brand from ground up was built in less than 24 hours.
So my last question before we jump on to Hotbox questions. I'm about to, this weekend, Mick and I are meeting up with Brian from Cavalier at the TriStar Herf Crew event. Can you give me any story that I can relay to Brian that's going to have him look at me and go, how do you know that?
That I can share, though, publicly, I don't know. There's always that, like, what's our bro code? No, I'm just kidding. Well, he was hugely, I mean, he knows this, but I mean, like, he would be, one, he'll feel good that you know this, because, like, he was hugely instrumental in Wanderer coming to market, because we were sitting around and we were coming up, and normally blends, you know, are not done overnight. But the thing is I needed to get something to market, and we had come up with this blend that we dug, and we're like, we're not even gonna rest it and like wait to see what it becomes. We're crossing our fingers, and we're just gonna put this out and hope that it ages well, and that it's funny because it's become my number one selling brand. But that entire brand from ground up was built in less than 24 hours. Blend, artwork, name. And we were sitting there trying to name it in Honduras, and he's like, you know, you're kind of lost and you're this and that. He's like, what about like The Wanderer? Remember that movie, The Wanderer thing? And I was like, I don't know what movie that is. You know, I'm not 200 years old. And he's like, no, and he was like, no. And I was like, wait, that's a perfect name though. So he came up with it, but he not just came up with it. That cigar literally was designed. I called my girl Jacqueline, who does, like, she's a part of the brand, and she's worked with Caldwell, Drew Estate, all that. She's a part of Wildfire. And she was like, I'm like, drop everything. You need to figure out this artwork tonight, like thing. And that whole brand was untested. We didn't know how it was going to age, and we put it to market, and it's become a number one brand, and it was done in less than 24 hours. So awesome. Sometimes the stars align.